Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be a channeled reading for Lionsgate portals. So we have this very intense Lionsgate portal happening on Monday, August the 8th. And so this portal this year is huge. This is a phenomenon every Lionsgate portal, but this year I feel it's going to bring in a lot of positivity, a lot of changes, a lot of manifesting capabilities, and I keep hearing my guides remind me once again, this is like the third harvest for my own personal journey anyway, the third harvest, the third Lionsgate portal, consciously manifesting my co-creative journey. And so I kind of feel this this energy is coming in when it comes to perhaps manifesting something really great in our lives. And so what have you always wanted in your life? I think we really need to master that, right? Because when we add the date of this year's Lionsgate portal, 8/8/2022, so 8 and 8, 16, and then 2022 breaks down to a 6, and so what does it break down to? It breaks down to master number 22, which further breaks down to a 4, which is all about foundations. So what do you want to build for your life moving forward? And so this is the year of the lovers, where we make those unexpected choices in love, where we choose to consciously create from that heart space and build reciprocal connections with people, whether it's romantic, business, friendship, family. And so this powerful portal is really about putting our thoughts, our dreams into reality. And so we all have the ability to work with these universal energies to help us achieve mastering manifesting. And so 8 is considered to be a very abundant number. It is linked to the strength card, power, leadership, and you know, we get there through facing all kinds of struggles and challenges and finding our willpower and our determination to keep pressing forward, right? And so ultimately, we have to take the conscious steps to achieve everything that we desire, but we can manifest anything that we dream up into our reality. And so this is definitely going to be a powerful day of abundance, I feel. My personal soul vibration number is an 8. And so a lot of this Leo energy is setting like this perfect stage, or this perfect canvas, to anchor all of these ascension codes and energies of higher consciousness so we can really master this spiritual journey. And I know the energies have been very uncomfortable. I was very unmotivated earlier this morning, just low energy, no drive, kind of late in bed, a lot later than I normally would. And I feel, because the energies are very dense. So as all of these higher frequency codes come in, a lot of dense, heavy energy kind of has to be cleared, and we kind of got to sit in it. So it's feeling a little bit like molasses, and like my emotions are in check, but I feel this very heavy, dense, like collective, almost like depression is what I felt tapping into the energies. It was very uncomfortable. I kind of shifted that alignment to get myself out of that intense clearing that I feel taking place collectively. And so all of these intense surges of light, if you check the Schumann resonance, like the frequencies are off the chart, and this is to get us to awaken our dormant DNA. This is the portal of awakening, right? Awakening our dormant DNA, activating our auric field, right? Activating our energy field, and allowing ourselves to absorb all of these high frequency vibrational light codes, right? And these are awakening codes. So you might be noticing the syncs 1111. I had a girlfriend stop by earlier today, and of course we were chit-chatting and look at the clock, and lo and behold, 11:11, and we are both on a twin flame journey. And so we were kind of making light of the journey and all of the struggles we've gone through, and of course we see 11:11. So just another reminder of the twin flame journey. So for me, another sync that's really been standing out is 888, 999, and I feel that is like stepping into the Mary Magdalene energy, unconditional love, the sacred feminine heart being activated. If you think 666, the mark of the beast, or so to speak, but it's the journey to balance and harmony. And then you flip that 666 upside down, and what do you get? You get 999, completion, right? Closing out these cycles. And another big sync for me was 333. So that holy Trinity union, mind, body, soul. We are here to come into union of self with God, with God's source energy. And so source, whatever it is that you call it, I kind of call it whatever comes through at that time. And so this is a really big portal that we're working with, and we've been shifting out of these low dense energies since that Sirius portal gateway on 7/7. And so all of these ascension codes are coming in as part of our human evolution in order to step into mastery, right? And so this is where we go through these higher levels of activation when it comes to our states of consciousness. And this is affording us the opportunity to make huge strides on our progression journey on this ascension path. And so every Lionsgate portal brings in this energy to fully awaken us to our divine light, to this light body activation, in order for us to completely embody this divinity in that physical form, right? In our human form. And so we are awakening this light within us. And so all of these increased cosmic energy flows coming in, we're kind of working with this energy, and it's flowing through our physical body as we connect to these spiritual realms and ground this energy into Mother Earth to raise the planet's vibration as well. And so this gateway is very spiritual, and the astrology this year backing up this gateway is just phenomenal. And so get ready to maybe even come into some knowledge or some roots with ancient Egypt, the pyramids, and I feel like this portal is bringing in these activations for this great awakening. And so this presence, like the presence of this energy this year, is to get us all to step into being that brave Leo lion. We all have Leo somewhere in our charts. And so I feel this new Earth timeline is just on the horizon. And so what can you do to directly align with these energies to receive that higher perspective? Because we can become closer to God's source energy now than ever before. And so there's going to be a lot of profound revelations coming forward for many. There's going to be a lot of profound, powerful sources of spiritual downloads coming in. Before I sat down, I was getting all kinds of crown tingles all over my head and all the way down my face. So there's a lot of information being downloaded into our consciousness at this time. And so we really need to focus on stepping into embodying our soul is a big message I feel coming through, because when we can fully step into soul embodiment, that is when we can step into abundance and harvesting our manifestations, and the energy is fertile for this to happen, this Lionsgate. And so manifestation, many of us are trying to manifest love and prosperity, right? And so we're all experiencing this shift on some level, whether we are consciously aware of it or not. And so I do feel this is the Lionsgate where we do step into our royalty, was a message, and we awaken to these royal codes, these higher codes, these higher living codes, and they are available for everybody in the collective. We just have to open up to this knowledge, right? And we're in this period, what I want to call like the quickening, or this accelerated ascension. So a lot is happening very, very quickly when it comes to this huge wave of collective transformation taking place. And so the energy is really supercharged, and we're feeling that, especially those that are aware of these energies. We're kind of like the gatekeepers. We're the ones consciously working with these energies, grounding, transmuting, and flowing through the shifts, right? And so this is where we really step into self-mastery. We also have the sun trine Chiron on the day of the Lionsgate alignment. And so let's talk about master number 22. So I think master number 22 is kind of asking us to bring forth our own personal masterful teachings to bring forward inspiration to others, right? We all have our challenges that we face this life, and nobody's challenge is worse or better. You know, it's not like a bidding war of who's faced more challenges. We all have our own unique challenges, right? And that's what shapes us. That's what begins the awakening journey and executing our fullest potential. And so, like, master number 22 is like a master builder number, right? A master builder number when it comes to what can we build for the future that will benefit humankind on a wide scale level, right? And so I think we're being prodded to step into mastery, to step into leadership, to be the leaders of our own life. And the energy is asking us to kick it up a little bit, right? Because low vibration 4 can become very stuck and stagnant. 22 does break down to 4. But it is also the energy of that 4 of Wands. Who doesn't want that 4 of Wands union where two people are working together as equals? Releasing all of these gender roles, right? And just two becoming one and just flowing effortlessly together in a state of interdependence, right? Not losing yourself in a connection. You know, that's what we all aspire to have, I feel. And so many of us, you know, are on the precipice of manifesting those divine unions at this time. And so, you know, it's very uncomfortable energy as we're being asked to kind of hang in there right now, because the energy is trying to pull us down to the low vibration of 4. And this is where we do the hard work to step into mastery and we break it down to the 22, right? So it's like embracing our highest qualities, tapping into our highest level of awareness of self, and finding that purpose, right? We all came here to live a life of purpose and to take action towards that, right? Because that's what's going to bring you that emotional contentment, that emotional fulfillment. And so we also need to learn to take a risk, because, you know, nothing great ever come from not taking that risk. Sometimes you got to risk it all, you know, to have it all. And so, you know, sometimes the stakes are high when it comes to risk taking. But I feel this is where we have the opportunity to kind of build an extraordinary life, to build those solid foundations, and to, you know, ground that big picture vision for our life right in front of our face, right? So many of us desire to leave something of value behind. I know I want to leave something of value behind. I want to know that I, you know, brought forward something beneficial to people in their everyday lives. You know, I want to build something that will bring forward lasting value, right? And nobody is perfect. But for me, I want to bring forward solid family structures for the collective moving forward. I've not really had that solid structure for me and the girls, and that's something that I've always dreamed about, right? So right now, I did notice a comment the other day about Savannah in the background, and she did get a little bit loud at the end of the video, but I gotta say, my kids are pretty good while I'm working. I am a single mom. I do this, you know, when I have free time. I put a lot of time into the channel, reading up on information, meditating, channeling energies, journaling, all while being a mom, taking care of a household, and you know, with the kids being home on summer break, it's really been a struggle to, you know, have that balance, plus, you know, book people in. And so I think, you know, I don't think a lot of people realize how much work goes into one single video, because I'm recording it, I'm uploading it, I'm editing it. It's not just easy peasy process. But I feel, you know, we're here to build those communities working together, right? It would be so much easier if I had that 4 of Wands union with somebody to work with as an equal, right? But I don't. And so I do make the best of it. But it's about manifesting stability and security, right? And striving to do the hard work to become that pillar within the community, right? We all came here to make a difference of some sort. and to, you know, step into being trustworthy, step into honesty. I think honesty is a really big issue for me on my journey. There's nothing I despise more than liars, right? Honesty, honesty, honesty. And so when we are in our most authentic energy, that's when we can manifest that stellar marriage that could even lead towards a business partnership, all while stepping into life purpose. I think for me, that's what my life kind of revolves around since my awakening, is my purpose. There is nothing that matters more than living a life of purpose, right? And so we still have to be practical though, because we still have to kind of live in this 3D world, in these higher frequencies. And so we are here to build a new system for the future, and we are like the keeper of order, right? We are the keepers of the gate. And so we will thrive when we have that stable, secure foundation of self, right? And so this is where we're kind of on the precipice of seeing like this divide. Those that are going to go towards rigidness and stubbornness are going to be met with all kinds of roadblocks, right? Because the biggest block to stepping into mastery is fear. Fear of maybe appearing dumb, or what you have to say isn't going to be revered properly, or, you know, fear of taking a risk. And so what's on the other side of fear? Everything you could probably ever imagine, right? And so it's like this wake-up call energy coming in, this Lionsgate. You don't want to go another 10 years down the road and realize that none of your dreams have been realized because you didn't have the ability to step outside of that comfort zone, or to step outside of that self-imposed box, right? And that's what Aquarian energy is. It's like outside of the box. And so don't let fear stop you from creating the foundation that you really want to build your new life upon. We all have something to contribute to the world. And so with the Chiron energy at play too, like you think of Chiron, it takes like 50 years for Chiron to come full circle, right? And so this Chiron energy at play too, with Chiron in retrograde in Aries, we're going back over everything right now, and I think everything's kind of hitting us again in this like brute lump force of energy. And this is where we impart our own special wisdom though, going into that core wound, right? And I feel our psyches really are shifting our thought process at this time. And so I feel we're shifting the way we're living our lives. And if we keep resisting these influx light codes, we're going to find it really hard to work with these energy shifts. And so we're all kind of being asked to open up to the deepest parts of ourselves, to the deepest parts of our psyche, what we need to work on to heal those shadow parts of our psyche, or those rejected, abandoned parts of our psyche, what makes us feel weak or ineffective, and what we can do to progress, to stop holding ourselves back from stepping into our most authentic, healthiest expression. And so I feel we're all being asked to find our courage, to pull up our courage, to find our bravery, to step into something new. So I do feel there's going to be a lot of abrupt changes too over the coming weeks or so, as everything completely plays out and closes out during this period, when it comes to many having to face these patterns once and for all that they have been repeating in their life time and time again, especially in regards to relationship with, you know, the opposite sex or the same sex, or, you know, an unhealthy relationship with a father figure or a mother figure. We're going to have to look at any addictions or any codependency issues, especially when it comes to relationships that keep leaving us feeling insecure or ineffective. And I think we all need to deal with this right now if we are to manifest the life of our dreams, right? Addictions undermine us, right? It keeps us from dealing with what needs to be dealt with. And so you might even find yourself over the coming weeks having to deal with your own wounded pride, the wounded ego. And I'm being shown the wounded ego card from the Wisdom of Avalon deck. And I'll pull it out because they were showing it to me. It's like, you know, we got to kind of face the goblins of the shadow self, the goblins of the past, right? And so I do feel this is the perfect time to call in a spiritual teacher, to step into being a spiritual teacher. and to open yourself up to that entirely different perspective, right? And so I think by the end of this Lionsgate, we're going to uncover our true power, our true strength, and how effective we truly are when we shine that light on all of these negative vices and we choose to step into the light. When we fully step into the light, that's when we can be looked upon favorably by everybody that we meet and cross paths with, right? And so self-respect. So, you know, we project self-respect when we are in our light and embodying our truth. And so that is, you know, a quality that people are drawn to. And so I feel there's a lot happening too with many of the divine feminines coming into, you know, a lot of appealing charm just by stepping into who you truly are, stepping into your truth. And so I do think this is going to present a lot of opportunities, both professionally and personally, moving forward as a result of that authenticity. And so many of us, I know for myself, I don't really look to seek credit for what I'm doing. I'm doing this because I'm passionate about it. I'm doing this because this is my purpose. This is my passion. And so this is what makes me feel free from the inside out, right? And so I feel that's another message for many of the divine feminines. So that's what I was looking for, the goblin card. It's like, you know, at some point in time, we got to face that wounded ego. Eventually, what goes around comes around, and we can never escape our karma. We can never escape the energy that we have put out there, right? So many are going to have to face that wounded ego in the coming weeks, is what I'm feeling, as we go through these intense activations. But let's pull a couple of cards. And I think we will start with, we will do the Astro Oracle deck to start. I think we're just going to get 3 cards. With this deck, and we'll see what needs to come through. Cancer, clarity, clarify, clarity, and climate. So yeah, I think we are really just going to need to adjust to the climate of these high intense light codes. And look at that bottom of the deck. The 6th house, sustainability. So 6th house is also like a career. 6, you think of balance, and there is definitely something that needs to be digested with the Virgo energy. And so Mercury is in Virgo. So it is about like paying attention to the fine details. If you look at that, it's like harvest energy too, right? I'm a Virgo moon. I'm also a Jupiter in Virgo. My Jupiter is in Virgo. And then we get 5th house, passion. So, and it is about partnerships. And then we get that Leo shine and the Aquarian collaboration. So, and we are dealing with issues with the 2nd house when it comes to resources. And so there's that temptation, right? Lustful temptation. And so we are here to share resources, to collaborate with shared resources, right? And so I feel this is where many of us have been over the last several weeks, is immersed in this very watery, feminine Cancer energy, in some emotions, going through a breakdown of false beliefs, that Tower energy, that solar calm. A breakdown of a false foundation, really immersed in some truth recently, right? There's been a lot of endings recently, I've noticed, in the collective, right? And so there's been this energy of having to digest, maybe this just isn't sustainable, right? And so what am I passionate about? What am I passionate about? Because this Lionsgate portal is offering us the opportunity to shine that light on who we really want to collaborate with and partner up with and share our resources with. And so the 9th house, exploration, exploring these higher timelines, right? Exploring this higher love, following the compass of the heart as well, and not being swayed or distracted by any temptations on the journey, right? And building that solid home, that solid hearth. Taurus is the hearth and the home, right? And so we're building sustainable, fruitful connections moving forward. And I do feel a lot of divine unions are coming into play this Lionsgate portal. And so we kind of got to immerse ourselves. And Cancer is the symbol of, like, you know, the 69, the twin energy, 369. And so immersed in this clarity we've been receiving and going through some, you know, varying energies, climating energies, right? When it comes to building that sustainable foundation. And so I do feel like action time too with the Leo energy. So have a look at where Leo's at in your chart. So for me, like I said, Leo is in my North Node. My North Node is in Leo. And my 6th house is Leo, and my North Node in Leo is in my 6th house. So I think get ready to digest some truth when it comes to what's really been blocking your passions, right? And that's really one of the first things I did on the awakening journey, was I found my passion for painting canvas paintings again. Anything to tap into that creative flow. And I know the energy has been feeling very creatively restricted. So I know that's been difficult to work with for many as well. We're going to get some, is this the Rose Oracle messages? So the wild rose, beautiful, and the bloom. So a lot of new creation ideas are going to be realized over the coming days. And this is the right time to reap that harvest. And so the wild rose, like, nobody can control the wild feminine, right? And this is where we embrace doing it our way. We embrace our uniqueness, and we step into being untamed. We step into honoring who we are and our sovereignty, correct? So I feel many of us are really just owning who we are, and we're ready to step into greatness. So the second bloom, and so that's funny. So maybe a second chance at a relationship. Maybe it isn't too late. I think new possibilities, new solutions, the second bloom. So this might be an opportunity for a do-over, a redo with somebody, especially when it comes to any twin flames that have been in separation. There is a lot of integration, which is going to lead to some grounded actions. So the sacred union, yeah, wow. And the rose thread. So it is this deep inner call. I do feel we are being called to let our soul lead the way. Many of us are mystic healers, and we're being asked to live courageously with our gifts. And when we come into that beloved inner union of self, that is when all of our outer relationships come into union too. So there is a possibility of a reunion, and there is a lot of sacred unions coming into fruition this Lionsgate, and this is where we plant those seeds, right? Plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, grounded action, and yes, the fertile void. So there's definitely like a secret reunion here, a secret beginning, and we are being called to rest and to honor the potency of our patience, and to open up and say yes. So I do feel get ready to deal with a lot of extremities over the coming days, to go through this expansion journey and to learn to trust that this is a major death, rebirth, and transformation taking place, where we shed all of the old and we say yes to all of this change. So this is where we remember our roots and we shift those perspectives moving forward. So let's grab some tarot, and we'll see what else needs to come through for this Lionsgate portal. So definitely union energy. And I felt that for a little while now. I think many of us have really been going deep within. And so definitely with the High Priestess reversed, Six of Pentacles reversed, Star reversed, releasing a very unhealthy situation. Wow. Yes, releasing a very unhealthy situation where there's a lack of loyalty, a lack of dedication. So I think this is where we're really being asked to look in the mirror. Where have you not been fully dedicated to taking action on your own behalf too? Because dead central, we got the Two of Wands. So that's the main central energy, is the crossroads, the pivot point, choosing a direction, moving forward, and maybe quickly going towards abundance. And there's that wounded healer energy. Chiron, bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. So a very honest, authentic, single energy, Nine of Pentacles. So very honest, single energy. Definitely somebody career focused. Speaks in the public, could be a lawyer, a public speaker, a business owner. Definitely somebody very grounded, very stable, is enjoying a successful, happy life. Very single. Very stable. And look at that. Releasing, I think, the burden of always having to work so hard, right? I feel this single energy here has likely transformed out of a very difficult situation after releasing some people that were not serving her path, and has reached a level of non-judgment. Maybe can even look back at the bad experiences and find the humor in it. But I feel a very intelligent, brilliant, feminine energy here that's worked hard to build a solid foundation for herself. I think she's already released the 3D world when it comes to working too hard or working too many hours, and you know, working. And when we overwork and we stress about, you know, not having that balance in our life, it can lead to stress and health issues, right? So releasing the burden of always having to work so hard. And so what I kind of see here with the High Priestess reversed, I feel, you know, sometimes we receive poor advice, we receive poor counsel, or we're overly reliant on people's advice, and then we get into situations that require us to take action to find a state of balance. And sometimes these situations lead us to this very uncomfortable South Node energy, right? Where we kind of got to look at where we need this balance in our life. Where have you overgived and not received anything in return? Because there's like, you know, definitely a huge lesson in reciprocity, not getting what it is that you receive, major imbalance. And with the Star reverse is like releasing these situations that really aren't what you wished for. You know, I feel like this, that's what I felt, like this collective helplessness, hopelessness when it comes to all of these challenges that have been taking place. And maybe a sudden revelation, or, you know, there's this deep sense of lack and trust in somebody's intuitive gifts, or developing their gifts and taking action on their gifts. And, you know, the more good we put out there, the more we always get back, right? So, but it goes both ways with the scales. If you put bad out there, then you're going to be met with this Six of Pentacles in reversed, and it will lead to a lot of unfortunate, you know, upheaval. So we do have Pisces and Aquarian, and Aquarius, and then, you know, below the High Priestess is the Knight of Pentacles. So I also feel like exposure, maybe of an unfaithful situation, a disloyal situation. I'm not going to invest in this anymore. I'm going to take my pentacle and go plant seeds elsewhere. I'm leaving a hopeless situation behind because I can't keep giving and not getting anything back in return. And I feel this is divinely guided change, because somebody's been in a situation where it's been, you know, struggle, lack, negative thought manifestations, a lot of fears surrounding money, which creates more challenges around money because you're feeding the fear and not the trust and the faith in the universe. And so this could maybe be a job loss, but I feel walking away from a hopeless situation, knowing it's time to take those steps, to take that bold, ambitious action, to go towards, you know, maybe partnering with somebody that does share your dreams, that's in alignment with your expanded truth, right? And to move forward. And I think moving forward very quickly. So unexpected movement forward. We get this beautiful King of Pentacles. We go from the Knight of Swords to the King of Pentacles. And I do feel like a mother figure or, you know, a grandmother figure on the other side is the one encouraging this movement forward. And we got a King of Pentacles here. I feel headed straight towards this Queen of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and they're coming in grounded. They're wanting success with this single energy. And I think they're coming in wounded. And I feel be prepared for an arrival, because I feel somebody is coming in to build financial security. They want success and prosperity, and I feel they're hoping this Queen of Swords will be compassionate. Something about a burden and a new beginning. So this could be a reconciliation. This could be somebody new. Either way, I feel these restrictions are going to be lifted very soon. But we first have to stop looking at our life with those rose-colored glasses on, right? We kind of got to look at everything at face value. And we need to stop over-analyzing and go with that intuitive gut intuition, right? This could mean a windfall for sure, an abundance, a gift, good fortune, definitely a brand new opportunity where two people can build something together, something that will lead to a lot of abundance, you know, a lot of love too with the flowers. And I feel like fertile energy for sure, signing of a new contract, maybe climbing the spiritual career ladder. But I feel releasing all of these unrequited love situations. The Knight of Cups reverse is like a smiling liar, right? Taking the rose-colored glasses off. We're done falling for these love bombers, right? That come in and say all these words of love and want to sweep us off of our feet, but have no follow-through, right? That lack of balance. And so I think we're all done with just the heart fluttering like that, right? We want something solid. And so I feel releasing maybe this over-romanticizing of these past relationships where it was unrequited love, dealing with a manipulator of some sort, right? Releasing these past karmic soul contracts once and for all, and really embracing that deep inner child healing and releasing all past regret, guilt, and shame for that new beginning. There could be the return of somebody from the past that you released maybe 4 years ago, that you released, and this might come in as a shock, but I feel an amazing opportunity. Now we got the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Pentacles, tangible, manifestation, passion, a co-creative journey. But somebody's going to have to take bold, courageous action. Somebody's going to have to find that Leo lion in them to go towards what it is that they're passionate about, and to break the illusion of the ego, right? To break the illusion of entrapment in a situation where maybe they felt they needed to be responsible for somebody. And I feel making a choice to go towards happiness, releasing those addictions, those unhealthy habits, people, places, and things, and confidently going towards a brand new start. So that's kind of what I got for the Lionsgate portal, guys. Wow. I really hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a twin soul reading with me, I encourage you to check out that description box below, and I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.